Today I am doing an unboxing as well as a scrapbook process using the new Isabelle kit from the latest Close to My Heart release. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Victoria Marie YouTube channel where I feature all things scrapbooking and crafting. If that's your jam, make sure you hit that subscribe button. When you do, click the bell indicator. That way you'll be notified each and every time a new video is posted. So I recently received a box of goodies from Close to My Heart. I do want to mention that I do not sell Close to My Heart, but I am an affiliate for them, and I did post some links down below which are completely free for you to use. I also highly encourage you, if you don't use those affiliate links, then if you have a Close to My Heart consultant or distributor, make sure that you hit them up for this fantastic collection. So what I'm showing you here is the Isabelle collection. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It has the blues and the yellows and the grays. It's like speaking to my heart. So in this collection, there are gorgeous pattern papers, which I'm showing you here. Lots of really fun patterns that kind of look like wallpaper to me. Like I could definitely decorate my house with these patterns. They're just really beautiful. I'm going to pull some to make a kit. That one is by far my favorite. Look how gorgeous that is. It looks tiled, like it could be a backsplash in a kitchen. Absolutely beautiful. So you get pattern papers with this particular collection. And also there's some florals and all that good stuff. Very beautiful. There is also a 12 by 12 sticker sheet and some acrylic pieces that have some flowers and some other little icons. Now, I like Close to My Heart because they make scrapbooking really simple. So if you are looking for a way to create high impact layouts, then check out Close to My Heart. They have beautifully designed products. Some of these kits come with just a small amount of embellishments, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to make a really beautiful high impact layout just using what I have here and nothing else. There's also these 3x4 pocket cards and 4x6 pocket cards if you like to use those in your pocket scrapbooking, as well as your traditional layouts. Pockets aren't just necessarily for pocket layouts. You can use them in other ways too. And then there's a coordinating stamp and die set that's available with the Isabelle collection as well. And you're going to see me use that here in just a second. You can also get solid pattern paper that coordinate with the kit. Now, all of these materials are super simple to use on any scrapbook layout. So if you're looking for something to sort of simplify the process, make it a little bit more straightforward with scrapbooking, then check out Close to My Heart. They have been in business for many years, and they have some of the most top-notch products. So make sure that you check them out. I'm going to post a link to all of these products here down below. Now I'm going to make an 8.5 by 11 layout, and that's a photo of my daughter who recently got glasses. And so of course I had to take a picture. And the colors in this kit were perfect for this photo. So I'm going to show you that here in a second. I'm also going to use the stamp and die set to make some of these florals. And what I'm going to do, because this color palette is just so yummy, I'm going to keep those florals black and white. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of these little floral stamps. And what I like to do is I like to stamp a ton of images all at once. And what happens is it gives you fodder for other projects. So if I want to make another scrapbook page using these floral images, then I can do that. If I want to make a card, it's already stamped out, ready for me to go. This stamp set does have a coordinating die set that you can purchase with it, which is fantastic. I'm using some VersaFine black onyx ink, and the reason why is this image does have fine details, and VersaFine is designed to work with stamps like this. If you don't have VersaFine, that's okay, but this is just something that I prefer to use. Now, once I have my images stamped, I'm going to go ahead and cut them all out using the coordinating dies. I'm just using my We Are Memory Keepers die cutting machine along with the magic mat from scrapbook.com. And I'm going to position my dies right on that stamped image. Now, if you don't like coloring, don't worry. You don't have to color these images. You can leave them exactly the way they are. But if you do like coloring, then grab those Copics, those colored markers, whatever it is that you have, and then have a play with coloring these images in various hues and shades to fit the projects that you want to make. So I'm going to go ahead and run this through my die cutting machine, and sometimes I just like to put something on Netflix and stamp a whole bunch of images and die cut them out. I typically try not to buy images like this or stamp sets that are designed like this without getting a coordinating die if it's offered, because I think the die just makes the project a whole lot quicker to manufacture. Or to produce rather. So I made a whole bunch of these stamped flowers that I'm now going to be able to use not only on this project, but I'll be able to use them on other projects as well. Let's go ahead and get that background set up. So I have a piece of the pattern paper from the Isabelle collection, well actually two. There's one that's kind of a muted, kind of latticed design, and then of course the blue pattern paper, and I'm going to use it as a focal point going vertical down my layout. I'm also going to mount my photo on the chevron pattern paper that's from the Isabelle kit. And notice how those blues go perfectly with the blues in my daughter's shirt. I did not plan this. In fact, I printed the photo because I wanted to scrapbook this experience, and then I just happened to notice she's wearing blue in this photo. This kit has blue. Sometimes it just works out that way. That photo is 4x6. I have it mounted on that beautiful pattern paper. I'm going to pop that up using a little bit of fun foam from scrapbook.com. I think it's about 1/8 of an inch, so that'll give me a good amount of height. And I'm going to get that positioned to the top portion of the layout. Now, what I want to do is create some floral clusters that are going to go in a diagonal fashion. You're going to see me do that here in a second. But I need another anchor for the photo. So I'm going to grab the sticker, and I kind of make an oops. I'm trying to hover it over the pattern paper, but it sticks naturally. And you know what happens when you try to pull out a sticker from pattern paper. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to make it work. So I cut an angle on both ends of that yellow little strip there, that little border strip, and that is a sticker from the 12x12 sticker sheet that comes with the collection, and that adds just the right amount of yellow color there. It's just beautiful, and it's an anchor, so my photo doesn't look like it's just floating there on the layout. Next, I'm going to work on the title. So I grabbed a sticker from the sticker sheet, going to back that with some foam. It says simply the, and then the rest of the title I'm going to use with the words that spell, or the letters that spell best. And you can see that right there at the top of the sticker sheet. I'm going to dull the sticky on this because what I want to do is sort of audition it on the sheet first, which I probably should have done with that yellow border strip before it stuck to the pattern paper. That's okay. But what I do is I just take a powder tool and I dull the sticky on the back of my stickers, and that way I can put it on my layout without having to guess and not having it stuck in places where I don't want to. And then I can audition and see if I want it there. So I'm using my surface sweep to kind of get off the excess powder. I went ahead and popped up the simply the with some foam, and then I'm going to also pop up the letters with some foam stickers as well, or foam adhesive as well. And I want these letters to sort of pop off the page. I could just adhere them flat, but adding a little bit of dimension adds a whole lot of interest, particularly if you're not using a lot of product on your layout. And notice that all those beautiful patterns help to bring the design about. It does all of that hard work for you, so then you don't have to do a whole bunch of embellishing. Now, speaking of embellishing, once I have my title where I think I'm going to put it, I'm going to bring in these stamped florals. Now, this is where you can get some mileage from your stamp sets. Pick out an image that you feel will work with your project. I love the scale of these particular flowers because they were designed to be used on scrapbook pages, but you can also use them on other projects as well. But because it's designed to work on a scrapbook page, the scale is sized accordingly. So it's not too small and it's not too big. I love how the black and white just pops from there. It just gives a beautiful, elegant presentation. It's just gorgeous. And then if you're working on a card project, you can do a nice colorful background or even a muted black background like I have here on this layout, and add in all those extra florals that you stamp and die cut. So I'm going to put a cluster of these flowers. It also has some lemons with it, which is very pretty, there to the top left. I'm going to flank that with some of the leaves that are also included in the stamp and die set. And then I'm going to repeat this design to the right side of the photo on the bottom. And what that does is it draws your eye right into the photo, right into that focal point. Also, it just adds a really beautiful presentation here on the layout. Notice I'm adding in some of those foam squares too, because the photo is popped up on foam. I need those flowers to be of equal height. So I'm going to pop those up as well and then add them to the layout. Once I have the flowers in place, I'm going to go ahead and get the title positioned and adhere down to the layout. I'm adding a little bit of twine to the top tag just to give it a little bit more presence on the layout, as well as adding a bit of texture. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and adhere the title to the background, adding that simply the there at the top, breaking up the title. And what that does is it holds the reader's attention. So they'll go from the top of the layout to the bottom to take in the entire composition. once the title's all laid down, it's time to bring in some dimensional elements. Now, included with the Isabelle kit are these little acrylic pieces. I'm going to add some of the little white flowers, a couple at the top and a couple at the bottom by the clusters. I'm using some Barely Art liquid glue, and I'm just going to adhere them down. Now, with the slick surface of the acrylic, I like to make sure that that adhesive dries so that the acrylic pieces aren't slipping around the page. So I add just a tiny bit of pressure there so that it'll go ahead and stick to that pattern paper. Once that's done, it is time to add the journaling. I typed up the journaling using a text box on Microsoft Word, very easy. And all I'm doing is just talking about my daughter getting glasses for the very first time. And she also has contacts, but we're having a little bit of trouble getting the contacts in. She's having to practice really, really hard with that. So for right now, she's just hanging out with her glasses and she looks totally adorable. I'm going to go ahead and position the journaling right underneath the word best. And with that, this layout is complete. I love how the black and white flowers just pop against the beautiful navy blue, the yellow, just very subtle, super simple and elegant. If you like this collection, make sure you check it out. I posted links down below. If you have any questions about this project, make sure you post them in the comment section. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for stopping by today. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. When you do, click the bell. That way you'll be notified each and every time a new video is posted to this channel.